Welcome to another episode of Just Talk with Gabe. I'm here, my psychic is here.
Here.
And so is our guest. Let's get started. Who do we have today?
Today we have FadeLife Clothing CEO founder Timothy Middleton with us. He's going to tell us all about his journey as an entrepreneur.
And it's going to be good to talk to one of our sponsors and find out more about the clothing line.
Absolutely, but before we get started, let's give a shout out to our other sponsor, BCK Online.
BCK Online is a digital online magazine that keeps you in the know and up to date on the lives of young entertainers, rising stars, parents, and more.
I'm so glad that they both joined us this season.
All right, go grab your snacks, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Timothy, welcome to the show. We are glad you could join us for an episode of Just Talk with Gabe.
Thank you.
Thank
Glad
you
to
for
be
being
here.
here.
Thank you so much for coming on. We're excited about this.
Yeah. Now, I know listeners want us to dive right in, so let's get into it. You are the founder of FadeLife Clothing, so tell us about that.
Okay, FadeLife Clothing is a brand that pretty much wants to push and envelop fashion. Like, we wanted to kind of, through our design, stimulate like a unique vision in people's eyes, and also just to have a brand that's more of a lifestyle than an actual clothing brand. And that's kind of what FadeLife stands for. It stands for intoxicating style. We literally wanted something when people looked at it, they wanted to wear it, and wanted us to constantly come out with new designs.
All right. Well,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. Where do you find the inspiration for your designs?
I'm a big anime fan, so some of the designs come from watching anime, cartoons, everything of that nature. And then a lot of it is just day-to-day life, from being out and about, car rides, traveling, trips. That's nice. What if I switch this into a different form or fashion into where it looks like actual FadeLife design, or just constantly, sometimes I'll even be looking at random things like butterflies or apples and just random stuff. And you'd be like, you know what? I have an idea for that. So
nice.
It comes from everything, pretty much life in general.
What are some of your favorite anime shows?
Bleach, Naruto, One Piece.
Oh, yeah.
It's extremely long. It's like 1,000+ episodes, but but it was definitely worth catching up.
Yeah. All right. So now
and new stuff, Demon Slayer, Fire Force, and God of High School.
See, now that's like some quarantine binge watching
yeah,
stuff right
definitely.
there. That 1,000 episode show take you
Definitely.
throughout quarantine. You're good.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Yeah. So now that you told us a little bit about FadeLife, can you tell us how you became an entrepreneur?
I definitely can. I don't think I had becoming an entrepreneur in my head when I eventually started selling clothes. It was just something that I wanted to do, that I was passionate about, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna start a clothing line. At no time and point did I consider myself like a entrepreneur. I just was doing what I loved. And still to this day, sometimes I don't really consider myself an entrepreneur. But the more and more you dive into it, you can't help but call yourself an entrepreneur, because you're constantly going over new ways in order to get new designs, or bring customers in, or things that you can do around the community. So in turn, just me following my goals and dreams turned me into an entrepreneur. I didn't really start off wanting to be one, if that makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
That makes sense. You kind of, the entrepreneurship found you.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the one lesson that you've learned about business that has stuck with you today?
Oh, that's easy. Nothing is going to be perfect. You can plan everything out to a T, and the day of or the week of, something is going to go wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always happens. So I really had to learn that, hey, you can plan all this, but also be prepared for the things that are going to pop up that you didn't expect or you didn't foreshadow and plan.
That's true. You have to have like a plan A and a B.
You have to have like so many backup plans.
Yeah,
sometimes.
B1, B2.
Yeah.
All the alphabet.
Yes.
Yeah. And then get into the Greek alphabet.
Yeah, there you go. Get into the Greek alphabet.
Yep.
What advice would you give to people that want to become entrepreneurs like you?
My advice for anybody that wants to become an entrepreneur, listen to your heart. Don't listen to what other people say. Because at the end of the day, God didn't give everybody that vision. They gave it to you. So at the end of the day, you have to be able to go out on your own dreams and step out on faith and not let other people be like, no, you shouldn't do that. And you probably shouldn't sell that or do this. Because at the end of the day, it's all about you and how you feel about it. And as long as you do your part, it's going to be great.
That's true.
That
And I
is.
think a lot of people don't. So I feel like a lot of people don't listen to themselves. They try to listen to other people, and all you got to do is just listen to your heart.
That's good advice.
That's great advice. I think a lot of people are talked out of following their dreams.
Yeah.
So that's really good advice. So
Definitely.
I have a question for you. What is the one design that you have in your collection that is your personal favorite?
I would have to say it is the tattoo babies.
Oh, those are
Yeah.
And the reason because of that, and the reason because of that, kids say whatever comes to mind.
Mm-hmm.
I had this little boy walk up to me, and I happened to have a tank top on that day, and my tattoos were showing. He was like, "Hey, were you born bald headed with tattoos?" And it is the funniest thing ever to this day.
That's awesome.
Because his parents just looked at him like, "You can't say that," and I'm like, "No, it's fine." So those designs to me personally are my favorite designs.
Oh, that's cool.
That's a funny story.
Yeah. Kids just say whatever they want to.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
In addition,
Be so serious about it when they ask.
That's true.
It's true.
They really are. They're so serious, and then they're just like,
okay, bye.
Don't get offended. I just want to know.
Yeah.
When the world,
Yep.
The world would be a better place if we could just embrace that kind of
Exactly.
Uh-huh. In addition to what you have going on now, what are some of the hobbies you do in your spare time?
Okay, spare time, definitely during quarantine, gaming.
Yeah.
Before I haven't turned on my PlayStation for maybe like 2 years, but now I've
wow.
been on it like almost every day.
Wow.
The gym, I still. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, wow, Gabe like turns on all of his
So-
electronics,
Yeah.
like all the time. So you guys will have to like game
Yep.
together.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't go to the gym, but I still work out. I have weights. I go running. And like you say, a lot of binge watching. I mean, it's not too much other than that you can do. Get a little workout, cook, and go back to printing shirts. So that's pretty much my day-to-day routine now with COVID. And I do like telework, if that counts. So I kind of
That's cool.
do a whole bunch of things at once.
That is. What's your favorite show other than anime that you've been binging?
Favorite show? Actually, I really like Umbrella Academy.
We haven't been able to get into that.
Yeah, no.
I got into like the first 5 minutes. I think when they were all walking behind him with the baby carriages, and I was like,
Yeah, no. We couldn't get into that one.
So I'm gonna have to try. I'm gonna have to give it another chance.
I actually like it. I
have to give it another chance.
Yeah.
And other than that, I think that's the last thing I watched as far
All right.
as binge watching.
Okay.
Yep.
Then why is inclusion more important in the clothing industry, especially in today's climate?
For me, I think inclusion, when it comes to anything, in clothing, just life in general, I believe so many people try to put names and descriptions onto things when it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Everything should be able to just come together and it just be all one thing. So I think just having inclusion and unity at this time and point is so major, especially like everything that's going on in the community, worldwide. Those are all times that we need to come together and actually unify as people. And I think that's why it's so important that our actual motto and some of our staple t-shirts just deal with like unity and inclusion, because that's what's important these days. I don't believe, well, my personal opinion is nobody's really put on this earth to be by themselves. So everybody has a team, everybody has a family, everybody has something of that nature. So I think it's more boils down to my true religion and beliefs.
That's true. And I think throughout the brand, you see from like your models, you have a wide variety of models and, messages. So I think, the clothing line's done a really good job at sending that message out.
I think it has to.
Thank you. That's what we strive for.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to take a bit of a commercial break.
Okay, guys, we're going to take a bit of commercial break. Timothy, would you come back after commercial for the fun round?
No problem.
Okay.
All right.
Well, guys, stay tuned and listen to this word from our sponsor.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
Welcome back. And if you guys have not downloaded the Anchor.fm app,
Do it
and start making your own podcast today.
All right, Timothy, welcome back to the show.
Glad to be back.
All right, let's get into the next round of questions. Okay.
The fun round.
Yeah, okay. So,
I like the fun round.
Right. So first of all, what is your favorite city?
Oh, that's easy. Atlanta. I love Atlanta.
Yeah, I like Atlanta too.
From living there to going back and I've been to both. I like those as well, but Atlanta is kind of home, so it's always fun to go there, and it's always building up. It's always different when you go back. And I've been there for the longest, and I still don't think I've been to everything. So that's kind of why I like it.
I think my favorite part so far of Atlanta is the Coca-Cola Museum.
Yeah.
So don't judge me, audience. I like the Coca-Cola Museum.
Oh, yeah. I've been there multiple times. Until it's time to actually try different drinks.
Oh, yeah. That was like, we spent, I know, about an hour just going from like little station to station, trying everything. It was awesome. It was
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the one person that
I agree.
See,
okay.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Who is the one person that you would like to ultimately see in FadeLife apparel?
I think that's a very good question. And to be honest with you, I never just thought about one person. My entire goal was to just be able to walk down the road and see multiple people in FadeLife Clothing.
That's
just passing by. So I didn't really have anybody in mind that was just like one person. It was just like I just wanted to see multiple people just wearing the things that I created and I came up with.
Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah. Absolutely, I agree.
Mm-hmm. So what would be the theme song of your life?
Oh man. To be honest, I don't think it would be a song. I think it would be like a beat or a beat instrumental that just constantly changed as it went on. You know, like one of those long beats that's like 10 or 15 minutes long and it just goes through different cadences. I think that would probably be what my life would be like. Because it's weird to me. Yeah, so that's what I would say.
It's like ever changes. It's ever evolving.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's always something different, always changing. Like, how did I get here? Yeah, so. Yeah.
So, okay, this is one of the most important questions of the day. Let's get ready for it. Nachos or sushi?
Okay.
That's it. Which one?
Those aren't even similar. What?
Hold on. Is it like nachos with shredded cheese or is it the melted cheese?
Whichever one. Oh, or it could be that or both, shredded or both, like the melted cheese. With jalapeno.
If it's shredded, I'm gonna go nachos. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll do nachos.
I think nachos.
Because I think there's so many ways you can fix nachos.
That's true.
Yeah, that is true.
That's true. Sushi is just sushi. You can't. I mean, I guess you can like fix it like California rolls and other kind of rolls and whatever.
Point is, they put too much stuff on food.
Well, yeah, I guess. Nachos wins.
True. Yep.
All right. Now, this is the real important question of the day.
All right, what is it?
Okay, if you could take 5 things to Desert Island, what would they be?
A cabin.
Okay.
Electricity.
Okay.
A cell phone.
Yeah.
A charger and food.
That actually sounds like a pretty cool desert island.
Yeah, it does. Right. So what is your...
Because I was like, then that way you could, so I'd say that way you could like read everything that you need so you wouldn't have to bring reading materials because you have your cell phone.
That's
right.
True.
You're right.
Then if you have electricity, you could Amazon a TV. Amazon delivers everywhere. Hey.
You're right.
Mm-hmm. Everywhere. They'll have a drone drop it off.
Yeah. Exactly.
What is your favorite quote and why?
My mentor used to always say, do all the good that you can for as long as you can for as many people as you can. And that's what it's probably still with me the longest.
That's a good quote.
That is.
Okay.
All right. So, what is the craziest thing that's ever happened to you?
Oh, that's easy. Somebody thought I was Wyclef, and they ran up to me in the airport. And when they realized that I wasn't, they kind of walked off. I'm like, "You could be his twin," and they just turned around.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then I started Googling pictures. I was like, I don't think we look similar. And then I finally found one. I was like, this was probably the one they were looking at. But that's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me, because they ran up, they were so happy, and then they were like, I don't know who this guy is.
They're like, oh, hello. I bet that was kind of awkward, though. Once
Yeah.
they kind of realized,
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That is.
It was. We both laughed it off, though.
All right. Okay. Would you rather swim with dolphins or safari with lions?
I've already been swimming with dolphins, so I would say safari with the lions.
Oh, that's cool. I think I can't swim, so maybe I could like get in a floaty or something with the dolphins.
Float with the dolphins.
Oh no, they give you like a little floaty if you can't swim.
Oh, I want to go with the dolphins. What about you?
I go to the lions. I want to see some lions.
They'll think you're a snack.
They think everything's a snack. They're wild animals.
True.
All right. So, how would you like to see FadeLife Clothing evolve within the next 3 years?
Next 3 years, I would like to, as any company, continue to grow, continue to get bigger, and also just continue to do things for the community. We've been doing multiple donations and things of that nature for different organizations and things of that nature. So we would just like to increase our effort on actually doing that, and find more things that we can actually give to that's important to our team and team members.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
That does.
That really does. I mean, community involvement, especially now, is so important.
It's really important. And I like to see people reach back to the community.
Absolutely. Okay.
Okay. So, what is the one thing that you want your audience to know about you?
I guess I'm just a real down to earth person. I mean, I'm pretty much like an open book. And I kind of enjoy kind of the phase that we're at now as a company. Like, we're not too big, we're not too major. So it's very easy to actually get in contact with our customers and actually talk to them. And they're like, I can't believe you actually are talking to me. And I'm like, so that always surprises me and makes me kind of feel good that people that we actually talk to or shop from us or just follow the page. Like, if they have a question, they can actually reach out to us. So that's pretty awesome for me.
That is cool.
That's
true. I think that everyone gets excited when
when people who they think or who they look up to reach back to them. I think that's important.
Absolutely, it is. So tell us.
I agree.
Yeah.
So tell us, before we go for the day, where can people find you in cyberspace?
Everything is FadeLife Clothing.
Okay.
It's pretty pretty easy. Type in FadeLife Clothing anywhere, and that pops up.
All right.
And then other than that, personal pages like Timmy FadeLife. So all the same thing.
Okay. Well, guys,
thank you so much for coming on today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Timothy, for coming on. And guys,
thank you guys for having me.
Please go visit our awesome sponsors clothing line, FadeLifeClothing.com, and follow them on Instagram and give Timothy a shout out. Say, hey, we heard you on the show.
Yep.
And thank you again for coming on.
Most definitely.
All right, guys. That's it.
All right. Thank you guys for having me.
Okay. Bye.
Later. We hope that you guys enjoy getting to know our sponsor, Timothy from FadeLife Clothing. Check out the website and stay tuned for some awesome giveaways this season. All right. That's a wrap. See you guys next time. Peace.